versus Tranmere with United stand. Caller person, you should know him, Daniel.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? What's going on, Noah? Thank you for having me on your program.
Anyways, thanks for coming. Just want to get into it. One big problem tomorrow is, do you think he's going to go out with strong or weak?
For me, I think he's definitely going to play a strong team. Just because he's so, I think he is definitely much in fear of potentially losing his job. And this should be, on paper, an easy game. However, playing away on a, not a great field, he'll be worried for sure. So I fear he'll play a strong team that hopefully doesn't come back to bite us in the ass, because we are extremely unfit and unlucky with injuries at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. This is the thing. I feel he's going to go out strong because he has terrible squad management, so far this season. And I think it's not going to be as strong as a league game or so. But I think Maguire will start again. I think he'll play Wan-Bissaka. I think he'll play Martial again for some reason. This type of team would annoy me. I think under a different manager would be a completely different squad. We'd have Chong coming in. We'd maybe even might play Laird at right back, if you get me.
Yeah, exactly. I'm actually kind of hoping that Ethan Laird will play, but I'm not too optimistic on that. I know he's kind of, especially with Ashley Young gone, he's kind of one of the only backups we have at a fullback position that's fit, because I think I know Luke Shaw came on the other day, but I don't know if he's fully fit, because he went off injured in that
Liverpool game with cramps, which is not a great sign. Mason says in chat, which youth players do you want to play tomorrow?
Youth players, if I had to pick, I would say out of who's fit, because I don't think Twan Seaby's fit.
I agree.
I don't think James Garner's fit.
Yeah.
I would like to see James Garner, but I don't think he's, like I said, I don't think he's fit. So I would say probably Ethan Laird, and maybe I want to see this Traore we got, the midfielder.
The 16.
Yeah, he's only about 16, but he's built like a adult.
Yeah, he has a lot of characteristics that can turn into a good midfielder, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm really hoping to see him hovering around the team sooner than later, especially because our midfield options are so bad. We're trailing so much midfield that we have to look underneath for other players and all that. I think personally, Gomez is linked with a new contract. Hopefully it's true, but half the time it's not. With this, and so the odds of them doing it now is low. They'll probably just do it a month before he could leave on a free, just so they get the cheapest wages and all that as usual. I think Chong should play. I don't think he will play though. I made links from other clubs, and yeah, I would like to see Chong play as well. I kind of didn't even mention Chong and Gomez because I don't think there's a chance he can play. I'd say Chong more. I'd say Chong maybe less so than Gomez, but I don't think there's a chance that either of them play.
Yeah, that's the thing. The problem with him at the moment is, as Mark was saying on the United stand, he's gonna think that they're gonna have to win this game, and he's worried. Oh no! Oh, I can't go 4 losses in a row. This is the problem now. We're not going to get back into the Carabao Cup, in my opinion, into the finale, unless there's some miracle where City have an absolutely horrendous game or something like that. The Wolves is going to be a tough game, especially with the rumours of boycotting the game. How will that turn out? Sorry, one sec. Tuss, if you want to use the Nightbot in the chat, the command that you're using is what's their channel, WHATS, the channel name. It's not what is. Alright, sorry about that. We have a new bot thing in the Discord and the chat, and people are just getting to grips with it, if you get me.
Yeah, no worries.
See, the thing about tomorrow is it shouldn't be the most important. It shouldn't be the most important game. It shouldn't, because I think personally, yeah, it'd be nice to win the FA Cup, but you're better off winning the Europa League, trying to get top 4. Because we're not, with the squad we have, we're not going to be able to juggle all this. We're not going to be able to juggle Europa League, FA Cup, if we scrape through Carabao Cup, which I doubt, and Premier League. At least 2 of them are going to have to be knocked out and not used at all and just thrown out the window. And this is the thing, because if we are in the, let's say we're the final of the FA Cup, Europa League, and we have a chance of top 4, our squad's going to be bare tin. We're going to get injuries near the end of the season because he's going to have to play a strong squad every single game. And
exactly,
like Mason says, I think Boy need to play. I was going to say that because I think personally he can't start Maguire again, but I feel he will start Maguire, I think, again. And Maguire and Wan-Bissaka need break. Yeah, they do, Mason. Like, this the thing that's like frustrating is how many players have not got breaks for a long while now, and Ollie said it was a mistake to play Rashford in that game. Well, you're the person playing these people in these games as well, and the fact that he had a loose bone in his ankle for the last 11 months and nothing was done about that is mental, like.
It's just bad. It just really is. It's bad management in terms of player management. I mean, we already know his on-field management isn't great, but the player management's not great either. I mean, you know, the guy's been playing hurt. You keep putting your guys out there hurt. Then afterwards you say, oh, you know, we played Marcus and it backfired. And now you have a chance to rest Harry Maguire because you do have Eric Bailly back, and you know he could play him and Jones, Bailly and Jones together. What's the point of having Jones if you're not going to play him? So I'd say that probably the center backs tomorrow should be Jones. I think the team should be it should be Romero in goal. Your right back should be Delo. Your 2 center backs should be Bailly and Jones. Your left back, probably you'll have to play
Shaw,
Brandon Williams, or Luke Shaw. Yeah,
if Shaw's fit, I'd play because Williams does need a rest at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, I agree. I know Ethan Laird can also play left back as well.
But I'm not sure if he would play him at the end of the day.
Right, yeah. So I'd say play Luke Shaw there. Your midfield, I wouldn't play Matic. What I would do is I would play Pereira more so as a holding, which he has done before in the past. Play him back there, play Mata, and a little bit ahead of him, and then on the right you put like I said, I would put a Chong out there on your left, question mark up down the middle of Greenwood, and then number 10 would be Gomez. But that would make sense. And to be honest with you, I still think that team's good enough to beat Tranmere away, absolutely. But it's just a matter of if he's going to do that or not, and he's probably not. So,
like, League One teams have shocked a lot of Premier League teams in the past, which is like the thing that could happen. Like, the pitch is going to play a factor because they're used to be playing on these fancy pitches and all that. They're not. I don't think some of the players aren't the type of players to get stuck in. If you get me, like, they're not the type of players to go.
A lot of our players aren't.
You know what I mean? Like, I think Wan-Bissaka might be the player to get stuck in. I think.
Yeah, I'd say most of our players aren't. I really hope he doesn't play because he's been playing every week since we've signed him effectively, and the dude needs a game off. He needs a rest for sure.
Exactly, because he already had a back strain at the start of the season. Near the start, like that could happen. That could happen again, and like this is the thing. Does he not learn after getting McTominay injured, after getting Pogba injured, after playing in that Rochdale game? Does he not learn to rest players like?
Well, the thing is, when your job's on the line, like his is, I don't think he doesn't think he can afford to rest players.
Yeah, like that.
He doesn't think he doesn't. He says all these things like, "I'm happy with this squad and I like the squad and all that," but he clearly doesn't trust the squad to use it, because if he did, he'd give these guys a break.
Exactly. If he thought the squad was good enough, we'd see a whole different lineup from the Wednesday game till the Sunday game. If we have to, let's just say, we wouldn't just see same squad maybe with one tweak, like Pereira coming out for like Matic or something. Like, it just proves that he doesn't think the squad's good enough. He's trying to cover for the Glazers. He's trying to keep his job. Like, see, this annoying thing, if he can't go all out because he'll get sacked straight away, which is the annoying thing. But like, wouldn't we just love for him to go into a press conference, say, I don't like the way it's run, I think the transfers and the way they're done are inept, the owners are inept, the players that I've got are a joke, and the recruitment is absolutely terrible. But he wouldn't do that. He's not the type of person to do that. But wouldn't we all just love if he did that one time and says, "I'm walking out"? How much?
Great.
How much would that fuck up the Glazers?
Well, it'd be awesome. He'd be an absolute hero if he did that. But I think, and I know Mark on the United Stand has said this a few times. I think that he kind of feels that, and I think we would all feel this way, that he is the right man. He could get this club back on track. And I think if you or I were the manager, we'd kind of have a similar feeling.
Like, that's the thing. Like, at the end of the day, he might feel, oh, because I'm a United legend, I can't let them down. I can't just give up and walk out. That's the main reason I don't think he walked out, because I think he doesn't want to let down the fans, in my opinion. Even though he's covering for the Glazers, at the end of the day, you can tell he loves the fans as well, and I don't think he would. I think he's scared of letting them down if he walked out, and he probably thinks all the fans would be ashamed of him if he walked out. In fact, if he walked out, would be happier than him getting sacked, if you get me.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I think a lot of people at this club that support it don't really want to see him get sacked. I think it's just a necessity, and I think that we have, as fans, the fans that do want to see him go, not because we want to. I think it's obviously being sacked, but I think it's a harsher word when you say it like that, especially when it pertains to somebody like him. But we'd rather see him resign than be replaced, for sure. But I just think that's wishful thinking. I don't think that's ever going to happen.
I'm just going to go on transfer really quickly. The links we're having are absolutely disgraceful. I'm actually, like, I don't think we will get signing. I think what they're going to say is, if they do make one signing, which I'm not confident on, in my opinion, they'll just say, oh, it's all we could get done. The market was, it was a hard market, and it was the right player for the right price. And I'm not confident on the Bruno deal, in my opinion. I think if we do sign someone, which I'm not confident on, it's not going to be Bruno, because I think if they sign someone in the last 5 minutes, in the last hour of the window, I think they're going to be thinking that more fans are going to be like, at least we signed someone, than thinking, oh, why did we not sign? You know what I mean? Like, this is the type of club that will scrape the end of the barrel for a transfer and wait till the last hour, so it looks like that they did a deal in 5 minutes. But we all know that they've been spending, what, 3 weeks on a deal?
Yeah, they've probably actually got one in the pipeline that they're just waiting to reveal on the last day. They're going to say they got it done really quick, but they've had it done.
Yeah, so like...
And it won't be Bruno Fernandes either.
Yeah, I don't... So
it'll be Emil Heskey.
He come out with retirement, boys. Like, would you... So you'd agree that you're not confident in Bruno deal either, yeah?
No, I'm not. I mean, I know, again, I've heard, plenty of people talking, and we've obviously watched plenty of the shows where, people are still confident. In particular, Mark is still very confident. He's coming. The thing for me is that I just really don't believe it, because they're running out of time. They got 6 days left. That's the first thing. And I know that they have been, quote unquote, working on the deal the whole time, but have they really been working on it? Did they have negotiations 2 weeks ago, and since then they haven't done anything? And to be honest with you, I think that's really the only play that they have, is to get either Bruno Fernandes, Jude Bellingham, or a loan signing. And loan signings, the thing about those is those can actually be done relatively quickly, because you usually don't have to pay the full amount of the wage to the player. Like,
you could pay like 25%.
We're paying Alexis Sanchez over at...
I think we're paying 75. I think 75% we're paying.
Yeah. So we're paying him like 3/4 of his wages. Yeah. So like those things can kind of be done pretty quick. Loans. That's why I don't think that they're going to get Bruno.
Me neither.
Like I said, I'd be absolutely over the moon if they got him. But I think that they are definitely going to try to work in some loan signings, because those can be done relatively easily. Then again, this club can't do anything easily.
Exactly.
Maybe not.
Exactly. Selling tickets is probably a struggle for them, because they're probably debating on which price every week. They probably, like, for all we, like, this the thing. It shows how shambolic we are at the moment, that we're not confident on signing. Like, Liverpool signed Fabinho in less than an hour. Minamino, like, they signed less than an hour. Like, we're falling into the trap. I personally don't anymore. The fact that everyone gets hyped over a deal when it gets leaked. But did we not just say in the summer, I'm not believing any more transfers because United are feeding them out, and then it's just a cycle again?
Yeah, well, you know what it is? I think that in some ways the Bruno Fernandes thing in some ways could probably be. I mean, I 100% hope he comes to the club, but I think that could also be in some ways bad, and not that he comes. I'm saying the transfer itself, because, like you said, this whole summer we were saying, all right, you fooled us long enough. We're never going to believe anything you guys say about transfers. None of the media, none of the journalists, none of what the clubs say. Until he's holding the shirt up, we're not going to believe it, right? Then, 2 weeks ago, we had the news about Bruno Fernandes, and everyone kind of jumped back and going, oh, it's from credible sources, to where now, if it happens, people will still say, well, yeah, it took 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but they did say it was going to happen, and it did happen, which leads to, in the summer, let's say some guy tweets out, oh, I heard United are going for James Maddison, and it's close to being done. People are going to start to believe it because of the Bruno thing. If they get the Bruno thing 100% wrong and he doesn't even come after all this negotiating, then we know that we can't trust this club, period. We still can't trust the club, period. But if that happens, it's just going to be horrible. Like a couple people have said already, it's good now, this late in the game, when you need a player like that.
Like, you see, this my problem with the Bruno deal is the fact that, right, I feel like the Twitter accounts definitely get money, the reliable ones, to feed this information out to say, right, Bruno Fernandes is going to United. Like, so what are they United asked them to do something and they're not going to accept it? If you get offered money as a journalist, you're gonna take it, because United want United fans to be spending on jerseys, to be spending on merchandise, be spending on everything. And if they drive this transfer news and everything, it's gonna be it's gonna drive people buying stuff. And like, this is the thing, I personally, the prices on some of the stuff nowadays is mental though. Like €70 for a jersey that they're charging is mental though. Like, and for everyone's jersey, I don't know how they're that expensive. Like nowadays, back then I think they used to be like £30, €30 for an actual jersey.
They're pretty cheap. I mean, I remember getting one a while back. It was an Andy Cole. And it was cheap. It was real jersey. It was from the '99 season. But real cheap now. I mean, I haven't bought a kit in the last 10 years.
You see,
I'm probably not
like,
gonna buy one.
the funny thing is the last time I bought a jersey was 2017. Still fits me fine. Like, it was on sale in Lifestyle, which is like a store that sells like loads of like sports stuff and all that. It was on sale. Why not buy it and get your name on the back? Haven't bought a jersey since, because I don't want to put money in their pockets. I don't want to make them, like, if one fan, this is the thing, if one fan goes, oh, I'll buy a jersey, the Glazers won't make much money off it. That's the reason they're making money, because you think, not many other fans are going to buy it anyways, and it all adds up. If one fan buys, the rest buy. They keep on buying, because if you see someone famous wearing a Man United jersey or something like that, or have a new aftershave or something, you're more. It just, everyone thinks, oh, now I have to get it because that person's using it.
Right. People are very impressionable, and they see things that other people have, and they say, oh, that looks nice, I'm going to get that. Or, how many times do people say, I'm never going to get another kit, and then the new home kit comes out, and everyone goes and runs and buys it. So, it happens all the time. Just for me, I notice, like, as a personal stance, I can't put any more money into anything that the club is going to generate, because it's just, they're just taking the whole place and everybody that's along with us for the ride. I mean, I used to have the Man United app. I mean, they don't make any money off of that because you don't have to pay for it, but I deleted that. I don't follow them on Twitter anymore. Anything that I could do to not follow the club. Because what's going to happen is the people that I do follow, I'm going to find out about it from them anyway. The lineups,
that's a good point
transfer
too.
news, so I don't need to follow the club anymore. Anything I could do to drop the numbers, to make some sort of impact, I'll do. You know?
Like, that's the thing, like, they're doing these competitions the whole time of, oh, guess their lineup to win a jersey. They make money from that because they sign up. You just sign up. You have to sign up to something, and literally all they probably do is just sell your details. For all we know, sell like what you type. So for all we know, because like at the end of the day, like they're making money from that because you're clicking on their thing, you're guessing. Like that's why they do it, because they probably make 2 times what they post. Like, and that's the most frustrating thing with this club, that no matter what me and you might do, they're still getting money in their pocket, because there's so many people international. No, I'm not accusing any international fans, but some fans that may not be able to that matches might not be in their country or something, and they might just buy jerseys and all that and go to their first match. Like, I could kind of see that, but they might not have a full understanding of what's happening, like with the Glazers, with anything like that.
Well, yeah, of course. I think, like to your point, what you just said is, I think a lot of the money that the club makes, to be honest with you, I think most of the money that they make is probably from the casual fan rather than your hardcore fan. I think most of the money they make comes from casual fans that, and it doesn't have to be international or not. They could be right in the backyard, but fans that are just like, I follow Man United casually. That's my favorite team, and
I'm going to show off their new jersey or something.
Yeah. I'm gonna get the jersey. I'm gonna get the car decal. I'm gonna get the sticker. I'm gonna get the beverage mug. The whole 9 yards. When your more studious fan, your fan that follows all the time, still might buy those types of things,
but not.
They're a little more conscious.
Yeah.
They're a little more conscious of how far they're gonna take it. They might get a kit, and that'll be, they might get the shirt for the year, the home shirt, and that'll be it. But I think, to your point, like, I think where they make most of their money is the secondary markets overseas, especially, where people they'll go buy the shirt for 50, 60, $70 in their currency, and then the club's getting X amount of that, and then there you have it. I mean,
like,
it's just that simple. Look at when they go on tour, or to China or Malaysia or wherever they are. Australia. Most of the fans that fill up that ground, you'll have about 20% of that crowd that'll be really diehard. They'll wake up for every match. They'll watch every match. And a supporter is a supporter. So no one's any more or less of a supporter.
Yeah.
But there are people that take it more seriously, and the people that take it less seriously they're more apt to spend the money because they don't understand
the situation
the dynamic between the owners and the board and the staff and the players. Like,
exactly, and people that might be my age or younger probably don't understand the whole concept of owning a club, and they think, just owning a club to have a good football team. They don't understand the fact that they're trying to make money out of it and all that, so they buy the jersey and they could just go to school when they have you could wear your own, like, clothes day or civvies or whatever it's called, and they wear their jersey, brag to everyone. That's the main source, is from people that don't understand football and people that are casual fans. That's their main source, because hardcore fans understand the situation. I'm not saying any people, casual fans, don't. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying some casual fans might not understand the severity of the situation, if you get me.
Well, exactly, and that's what I'm saying. I think that you will have people that understand the drill, and you'll have people that won't. So I think that that's where they make most of their money. To me, I don't see them selling most of their shirts, in Greater Manchester or even in England. They'll sell most of their shirts in America, and throughout Asia and parts of Europe, and that's how they'll make their money. And to me, I think that sort of market's really never going to go away. So even a walkout, even a protest of the Glazers is going to be very, very hard to get them out of their position. And trust me, I want them to walk the plank as much as
we all do.
I just think that it's not. I said on the show when I called in a week ago, I said
on Monday.
Your way out is getting Woodward out first. He's the first order of business. I understand the ownership, but you're asking somebody that owns something to get rid of it. Now, that's like asking you to sell your house. If you own your house, that's asking you to give up. You know, if you have a PS4 or an Xbox, oh hey, get rid of it because I told you so. It's very hard
be
to
difficult.
do that. In a lot of cases, it's gonna make the person who owns it even more stubborn to get rid of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like, I was saying about the wages, about everything, the way that they're bleeding our club and all that, because we both have the same views and all that. And even if a protest does happen, how, like, at the end of the day, let's just say 10,000 people walk out, that will make a massive impact, yes, but the problem is it won't make enough of an impact to make them really think, maybe, in my opinion, because if there's an attendance of 60,000, 10,000 walk out, yes, the massive impact that will have, but they're still going to think, oh, that means only 1/6 of our fans are annoyed at the moment, if you put it that way.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the way forward is, let's say they do have this walkout against Wolves on the first. I think their best bet, what they can hope for, is they do the walkout and the owners see that and they go, all right, Ed, you're out of here. We need to appoint a director of football. We need to start, because they have. I understand that about the net spend and things like that. They have laid out the money. It's just being spent terribly. So. And now I understand they're holding money back because I don't think they trust the guy they're giving it to. So if you don't trust the guy they're giving it to, and there's a mass walkout saying, you know, Woodward out, Glazer's out, you know, all that good stuff, right? They're not going to resign, but they could very well fire Ed Woodward. So I think that's your best case scenario if there is a walkout, is to get Woodward
Exactly.
out the door. So,
like if
if that's what it brings, if that's what the walkout brings, I'm all for it. You know, let's do it. Hell yeah.
Like it's like having a broken leg, and oh well, just because people say that you'll never be able to walk again, you're just gonna give up. No, you're not. You're gonna try your best to get it healed. You're gonna try your best to get surgery on it. Like, first of all, you're gonna get rid of the thing that broke it, which could be a piece of Lego or something, which is Ed Woodward, which is only a small part of the club. That's gone. That helps you a little bit, but it's still. It will help massively, I get that, but not as much as we might think, which is hopefully it doesn't turn out that way, in my opinion. But I'm just worried that what if he was being, I don't think he has been held back, but what if we find out Director of Football joins and he's only allowed to spend 50 million?
Yeah, I mean, that could still be the case, but I still think a Director of Football
would help.
Give them, let's say their net is 50 million a year, right? You sell Pogba at 150 million. You have 200 million to spend. I think a Director of Football spending 200 million is by far better than Ed Woodward.
Exactly, because the fact is that Ed Woodward would go out and get the most obvious, blatant signing that might not be the greatest.
That we don't need.
Like, people, in my opinion, Madison's a good player, I get that, but people are, I think, overhyping him to the extent that he's worth 8 million when you can go out and get a Bruno. Or even, I was saying a few times on the show, a Philip Cuckoo, CDM for AZ Alkmaar would even be better than, like, I don't think, if they're only going to be spending 200 million if they sell Pogba, why should you spend nearly half the budget on one player? Should you not get a Director of Football in to spend it better and more evenly, if you get me? So, like, let's just say you went out and got another fullback or something. That's 30. Let's just say you got let's just say you got Sancho. Right? That could be 80. Yeah, I get that. You still have 90 million. That's 2 players bought.
Right. You get Jack Grealish.
That's about 30. Well, depends. 40.
If they go down, it'll be between 30 and 50, and I think they'll probably take closer to 50 because I think a lot of other teams will be in for him because he's still very young.
So, and then
let's say you get him at even 40, right? And you still have 50 left.
50.
You go out there, you get a defensive midfielder, Thomas Partey release clause.
Exactly. Thomas Partey, or just like that. In my opinion, that would be. I would not be unsatisfied with that summer. I think personally, I think that is what United should be doing if they did that in the summer.
Right, and that's the thing. Like we've said before, you know, like this summer, I know that they sold Lukaku and they got rid of Sanchez's wages, some of it, but they still only spent net, you know, like £60 million. But they did outlay like over 150 mil. If they sell Pogba this summer and they only have 50 million to spend, you're going to have 200 million to spend, and you could get 4 or 5 extremely good players that we need with that money. It's just we don't know how to spend it, and we have horrible negotiations. Like, our negotiators are just as bad as the people that are going out and scouting.
Yeah, exactly.
Our scouts seem to look at the same players that we know we can't get. You know, our scouts will be going to PSG to watch Verratti play, like we're going to get him. You know what I mean? Like, we don't even scout the correct players most of the time.
Yeah, like just the thing, like
guys we can't even get.
Let's just say if we're doing this thing right player, right place, we only get 2 signings. Right, Maguire, by the time you get a decent full team, Maguire will be about 31, so he won't be the greatest as he should be. Wan-Bissaka could be gone to Real Madrid for all we know. Daniel James could be an all-star, could be the next Ronaldo for all we know. Like, or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's why if you don't get at least 4 signings in the summer, it's not going to work, this rebuild. It's not going to work because your leadership's going to be gone out the window because the players are aging, they might not be as good, they might leave for another club. Like, the faster that you get these signed in, but I don't want quantity over quality. I don't want to take 6 players that play for Aston Villa when they get relegated. No, I don't mean that. I mean 6 quality players, and I think if we keep Ed Woodward, we're not getting 4 signings, 4 decent signings. I think it will be, a Championship player again, and 2 Premier League. We need to look abroad because I think personally Maguire is a good centre back, yes, but could have we got a different centre back for a better price? Probably.
Yeah,
probably. And if we're only going to spend 100,
could be doing the same job.
Exactly, could be doing the same job and maybe even better. Like,
right.
That's the thing. Like, I personally, the rumours about Koulibaly, I think that's bull. I think that's just to get fans hyped about the summer and them to go to like pre-season and all that, and to book their pre-season tickets early and season tickets. Because if there's no speculation about anything or anything before, like, you could buy the season tickets, who's going to buy season tickets if there's no hope?
Yeah, I hear you, man. Listen, Noah, I hear you. But, listen, just finally before I go, because I'm going to have to pop off.
Yeah, that's grand.
Final prediction for the score tomorrow. What do you got?
I think it's either going to be a 2-0 or 1-0. The reason I say that is because United are so unpredictable nowadays that they can either go 2-0, they can either demolish them, or they're either going to lose narrowly.
Right. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win. That's what I was thinking originally. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win. They actually might score. It might be a 2-1, but I am going to go with a win. 2 goals. We're going to score 2 goals. I think Dan James will score if he plays because it's perfect opposition for him.
Exactly.
And Greenwood will probably get 1. But listen, everybody, like, subscribe, follow
TFK Sports. Right, would you like to shout out your actually Twitter? Would you want to?
Yeah, sure. The Twitter is _White Lightning. That is WHITELIGHTNIN. So it's White Lightning. So basically White Lightning, no G at the end. _White Lightning. All right, fellas, take care. Noah, again, I appreciate you for having me on the show. Guys, again, like, subscribe, TFK Esports, get on it. You know where to find all of the latest Man United news. Noah, take care, my man.
All right, thanks for coming. I appreciate it.
I'll have a chat with you tomorrow. We'll at least message each other.
Yeah. All right, see you.
All right, take care, fella.
Thanks.
Yes, sir.
That was great. That was grand. See, appreciate that him coming. It was enjoyable. A few people on now, I think. Hello?
Hello.
Haven't heard from you in a long time. Are you there?
Yes.
Yeah, have. If you wonder why Daniel was on for so long, I said I was going to get calls after, but the majority of the show was going to be with. But
Yes. I'd like to talk about the Glazers out and the tension right now between the fans and the club.
Right, go on.
So last week we saw against Burnley. There's a massive, kind of like a walkout towards the game when it was over. Anti-Glazer songs were sung throughout the entirety of the game, and I was very good. I think the fans need to put pressure on them. I think, but here's the problem with this. I think if there was a way, so you see with Newcastle, they're boycotting games and stuff, and there's been a lot of talk on social media about fans boycotting games. That's great and all, but I don't think it's doable with a club of our size.
Exactly.
Why? Because there's so many tourists that go to the game.
Yeah.
If you think about it, it's me, it's from America. It's like a really expensive trip to go
Or
there.
Daniel, or the two Daniels. Let's just say you and the other Daniel who went to a Man United match.
Yes. And then, would I really want to walk out after paying for a ticket, getting a hotel? No, I don't think I'd walk out. I know, yes, it's for the greater good, but you literally, your whole
pay
life
so much,
there.
I understand that. I understand that if you're going to your first game, and Daniel was saying that as well, if he said he's been to a couple of United games, we were talking about this yesterday, so he would walk out, but he says he understands if you're in America and it's your first game and you've never been, because he says the prices are mental for playing to England, so I understand that part, and as well, I think it wouldn't work because there's so many fans, even if they aren't from not England, there's so many children who don't understand the severity of the Glazers and all that, who might not understand what owning a club is, and just think that it's a non-profit organisation, it's where they just want to have a good football team, so they wouldn't walk out, and that could be 10,000 tourists, could be 15,000, that's already 25,000 of Old Trafford. The odds of 35,000 people being on Twitter or something to hear the protest is very low, so let's take away another 15,000, that's 40,000, that's 20,000 left, let's just say. People that would want to do it, I don't know, let's just take away 5,000, that's 15,000 left, and there might not even be a full Old Trafford Stadium in the first place. Yes, let's just say 12,000 would make an impact, but the Glazers still going to think, only 1/5 of the people only 1/5 of fans hates us. It's not that bad, we can handle it. If you put it in that perspective, if you get me. Because, at the end of the day, me and Daniel were saying, the best thing that could come out of this, in my opinion, about the boycott against Wolves is that they fire Ed Woodward. We both said that we don't think that the Glazers would sell because of it. We both think that the best that they do is get rid of Ed Woodward. We don't think anything else would come from it.
Yes, unfortunately, I do think. Now, here's the thing. Also, with the Glazers song, I'd like to assume. I think
we need to. So I need to stop you there. We need to get Glazers Bank Machine song there,
Yes. But what was I gonna say? So I think the SL is coming though. I don't think, maybe not this year, maybe not next year, but it has to be. Here's what. Let's say they hold the club for another 3 years or so, and then the Saudis come back along and say, hey, we want to buy it. And then the Glazers okay, we'll take your original $3 billion bid. Why would the Saudis take that? They'd say, why? This club is performing like crap over the past 10 years. Why would we take that offer? So they'd say, nah, this club does not have the value. They offer one. And then that's the nightmare scenario where the Glazers think they can get it back up, and then a person like Woodward is still in charge. Imagine that. But I do think a sell is coming. Because it is going down, the stock, obviously, success is going down, the sponsorships are going away. Camps, we won't even, Chevron, huge sponsor, our contract runs out with them at the end of this year. We could be sponsored by Legos.
I just realised that. No, do you know what? That's the scary thing. That's the scary thing. The brands it's getting less and less likely that some brands might want to sponsor United, because what if we go out and what's it called, Boohoo or something, what if what if a company like Pampers Babies Nappies goes and wants to sponsor us?
Yeah.
Like the Glazers go no. We'll offer you offer you 500 million a year. Deal. Like they're the type of club to do that. Like how embarrassing would that for a baby company to be sponsoring our club? Like.
Yeah, I know. It's horrible.
That's the scary thing. I have a weird feeling that Chevrolet are going to renew it though. But just imagine being sponsored by Lego, like. Like Man United players being in Lego ads. Like how weird would that be? I'm here and now I'm a Lego character. We look the same.
Yeah, and I 100% get where you're coming from. And it's unfortunate because you have to remember, if like I said, I think a sell is coming, to be honest, because the value keeps dropping. I don't think they want to stick around for long. I think they've sucked it out. And then my thoughts would be sell it while you can at high price. I think they could still get around $3 billion if they sold the
Yeah, because like at the end of the day, it's still a big name. Has over 1 billion fans. Like, 1 billion, I think that's a stretch. Let's just say there's 100 million United fans that might buy something. Like, if 100 million United fans spend $30 dollars or something, like, you can nearly make your money back quick, like.
Yeah, they don't understand if they invested, but they're clearly not going to. This was one of the most excellent business strategies I've ever seen. This has been a true ripoff. They have absolutely dismantled. And now I think it's time to get out. I do. I think if I was a stock advisor, I'd say you sell. Now, this is the time you sell before it gets downhill. You can still get a great price on it, more than you ever. They bought the club for I don't know. They didn't buy it for that much, maybe $4 million. $3 billion. That's a humongous profit, and you sucked out all that money in them. What more could you possibly want? I think it's coming now, or it should be coming out, because they see the tension. They gotta be they probably don't because they're in America, like they're away from it all. But someone's gotta be telling them
just before I get Tuss on, we're doing a watch along tomorrow, guys, versus Tranmere. Hopefully enjoy that. Right, guys, thanks for coming, Devil. We're going to have to get Tuss in.
Thank you so much. Yep, thank you.
Okay, thank God. I thought I got kicked. Hello?
I thought I got kicked. What's it called? Guys, I think we have to give Tuss a 30-second applause for using his data for the last 50 minutes.
Yeah, it's starting to glitch out a bit.
Yeah, I know. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Well, they can hear it loud and clear in the stream.
That's good. Thank you for the claps.
I still have 10 seconds.
10, 9, 8, 7.
Hopefully I wasn't the only one of people at home were clapping.
Yeah, I think I'm quitting out now. The Wi-Fi is a bit rubbish over.
Right. We'll do it quickly. How are you? Talk quickly, come on, you said you got no time. Come on, talk quickly.
I'm very good.
Anything specific you like to talk about?
I want to talk about...
Speed the fuck up! Someone already cursed our streams, okay. Speed the fuck up! Right, go!
So...
Faster!
The available managers, and I feel like Pochettino is like one of the only available managers that we should be looking at. And if Pochettino goes to a different club, we're in a bit of a
pickle.
A bit of a hole.
Yeah, like the big problem is that Ollie is a terrible manager and there's no other options against Poch. But the problem is Poch would only want to come in the summer. I'm a really good fast talker. Like you can understand me still, but I'm still talking like really fast. Like, but at the end of the day, like we still want Poch. But the problem is like he might not want to come to the club that's failing at the moment. He might not get the backing. He might not get the board. He has good tactics and all that. But the problem is I think Tottenham held him back, and that's why he didn't win trophies. I think at the end of the day he'll be held back at United, and that's why he mightn't fit at the end of the day. Like the lineup's not good enough for him. I think the players wouldn't really suit his style. But at the end of the day, we'll get different players. We'll sit him. I think it'll suit him. I think he'll come in. I think he'd do 10 times better job than Ollie. I think he'd fit our club, and I think he'd win trophies.
Okay, yes. I think Valverde.
Faster!
What do you think about Valverde? Because I think that he's available. Yes, he is available. I've just checked on this website. And what do you think about Valverde?
See, Valverde was better than Ollie. I understand that, but he doesn't play like the attacking style that we really want. He plays more like tiki taka, and we've never been really known for tiki taka style. At the end of the day, I think he wouldn't be a bad manager. He's not a bad coach. He's coached a few great players. Like he's coached Piqué. Like at the end of the day,
very bad for FC Barcelona right now. Even Messi, to the point he can't carry Barcelona anymore. But yes, in my opinion, he's been one of the lowest managers that FC Barcelona have had in this precise moment in time. And I feel that we should not get him, because I think that he would be not as good for us as well. He might just be a slight upgrade on Ollie.
Like at the end of the day, I don't think he'd fit our style. I think he needs a lot of money to make himself a good manager. I don't think he's a great coach that well. Don't think he'd coach our players. I don't think he'd suit our style. I think he has more a stricter style to some managers. I think he'd think the players are weak-minded and he wouldn't like to stay, and straight away I think he'd just be tick at the job and he'd just resign straight away, in my opinion.
Yes, and Niko Kovac, Luis Fernandez, Massimiliano Allegri, Unai Emery, Luciano, Marco Giamplo, Marco Silva, Duncan Ferguson, Marciano, Luigi Di Diago, Laurent Blanc, Hayaka.
I like the fact you're reading off a website. Dunga.
Oh yeah, that guy. Remember who managed anyway, Pellegrini. Oh, Pellegrini. I'm not good at reading fast enough.
Wait, I am, right. Any breaking news about Man United transfer deals? I'll just double check. Lukaku, the King of Milan, no. Benkovic loan after we signed centre back, no. Eriksen's situation not nice for Spurs. Jose Mourinho missed situation started. Christian Eriksen potential move to Inter Milan so late in transfer window is not ideal. Lo Celso earning his Spurs. Giovanni Lo Celso showed how he will be a natural replacement for Christian Eriksen after impressive Tottenham's 1-1 draw with Southampton. Lo Celso set up Spurs goal with a Messi-esque jigging run, allows Son Heung-min to score. And Jose Mourinho has said he is playing his way into a permanent deal. But they signed Lo Celso. Oh, I forgot that. Like it was a loan with option to buy. Oh yeah. All right, back. Mourinho said. Yeah.
Oh my God.
What?
I'm gonna tell you something.
What? Well, I mute my stream.
Mendes has returned to negotiation.
I know.
Which means
I know.
Our deal will be fast forwarded, which means
I know.
There is a higher possibility of us signing Bruno Fernandes.
Do you know what's sad though?
Whoa. Yeah. Hello.
I've known that for the last 4 hours.
Oh no! Yeah. It's because I haven't been on thingy for a while.
Well, it's okay. It's an opinion. Like at the end of the day, he wants to go on loan to Stoke. The problem is that Garner might be going on loan to Stoke, and we can't even get the Bruno Fernandes deal done. So I think personally that is a big mistake because it'll take really long negotiating. So I don't know how we're going to get loan Garner out on loan and sign Bruno Fernandes, which I think one's going to have to be prioritised, and hopefully it's a Bruno deal. But I'm scared that it might be the Garner deal. I'm scared that we might not sign anybody.
Ghana, Bailey, Gomez and Trump played in a behind closed doors game against Liverpool Thursday. Ghana was taken off after 45 minutes in preparation for the game against Tranmere from the mill. Let's go, boys. Ghana is at least getting 45 minutes against bloody Tranmere. Oh yeah.
The good thing is, I think Garner needs game time. I think he could be a good midfielder in the future. I think he has good passing range. I think he's a great player. I think he could be maybe he could score a few goals for us as well. I think, but the problem is are they going to put him out on loan, and could his growth spurt be ruined by the club and the fact that they're putting out players out on loan for so long and they're not playing players enough because they have stupid deadwood like Mata Pereira and Matic.
Gunner's been put in, chopped in, chopped out, chopped in, chopped out, bloody for a long time, and I think that this is very bad for as a he's not getting used to the first team enough, and first team starts and first team games enough as a player, and he's not going to develop very well if he keeps getting put in and put out and put in and put out. Same with Gomez.
Alright, thank you for coming to the live show. I have to get someone in on the column. Thank you for coming and I'm going to put you in Q1.
Thank you very much, thank you very much, thank you very much, thank you.
Right guys, we got another caller in. Welcome Burker for his first call in.
Hey.
How are you, mate?
Good.
Just quick question. Tranmere prediction?
Oh, it really depends on the lineup, I think. But I reckon we should win it. I know it's hard to tell.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think it could go either way. I think, like I predicted when I was talking to Daniel, I predicted that it was either going to be 2-0 to us or Tranmere were going to squeeze 1-0. I don't think it'll go to extra time. I don't think this is the type of game that'll go to extra time. I think it'll either be a comfortable win, or Tranmere get out of the bag.
To be honest, I'd rather lose the game than go to extra time because our players are so tired right now. So.
Exactly. I think personally, I don't want to play a strong squad. I think we should play Jones and Boy at the back. I think Garner's playing though. That's been guaranteed because he was taken off at half time in closed doors game to facilitate playing today. I mean today, no, tomorrow. So that's good.
Yeah, if Garner's playing, then I don't think he's going for a strong side. So.
Yeah. I think Boy will play, which is good to get his fitness back because we need a good backup because we're not hearing anything from Twanzebe, unfortunately, which I think he could have been starting a lot this season. I don't know what's going on with him. Or something fishy or something, or he's genuinely injured.
I think he's injured.
But like we might, because there's not been any updates on him, if you get me.
Yeah. I saw something about him just like today or yesterday, though, I swear.
Yeah. Are you confident on the Bruno deal? I've asked a few people this, I just haven't heard your opinion on it. Are you confident on Bruno deal?
No.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I was saying 50-50. I think it's gone lower in my opinion because I said during the summer when I went on the United stand, I'm not confident on anything. I didn't think Bruno would sign in summer, and I was correct on that. I predicted United would finish 6th this season. I wonder if I'll get that right as well. Now, if I get this right, I must be prediction god or something. But I'm not confident on Bruno signing, in my opinion, because at the end of the day, he would fit our team perfectly. He'd fit us like a glove. Goal scorer, high presser, passionate about his team that he plays for. Work rate is high in my opinion. Like he's great, like working like up the pitch, and when he has to defend on corners and all that, and the amount of true balls that he can give to our fast front three, if you get me.
Yeah, but I think if we don't sign Bruno,
top four is dead. I think top four is dead. I think we get lower than 6th if we don't get Bruno.
It's gonna be hard to keep.
Cause I think one of these 3 players, and I'm going to name them, is going to have a big injury. I think it's going to be Maguire, De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, or Martial. I have a weird feeling one of those four is going to get a big injury. And I think, look, like that's the thing. Like, we need backup, like, for players.
I can't really see De Gea getting injured.
I just have a weird feeling. I just have a weird feeling that something will happen to him. Like, I've had these things before. It might sound stupid, but like I've had like a feeling like before the Rashford injury. Just when he came on, I just had a thing in my head where I felt like he's going to injure his back or something. Like, it just like I just have a feeling that De Gea could get injured for some reason, like a weird feeling, and hopefully it doesn't happen. But like, it's unlikely. It's unlikely.
I think it's highly likely that Martial could get injured though, especially with Rashford out. He played so much.
Highly likely, and that's the thing. I think personally. Look, Martial's a good front three player. I get that. He could be one. He could be one for this rebuild, which I don't like saying. I don't like that word. But like, if they're going to be trying to buy us into this rebuild, I think personally, I don't think he'd work personally, because I think he's so injury prone. I think every time we get a run of form with that front three, he just gets injured.
Yeah, I mean, I think he'd be okay, but like I don't think we should play him at the number 9.
No,
we should get a better striker who's more clinical.
Exactly, like that. It just shows what we could have got with Haaland. The fact that he's banging in goals, got a hat trick in 23 minutes for Dortmund, and scored another 2 goals last night. It just shows how stubborn we are with this. We won't be held to ransom thing. Like it's just so like frustrating how many signings we could have had that have become star players. Like,
yeah. Also, like, he didn't even play a full 2 games. He played 56 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
5 goals.
It just shows how much of what he could have been for us at the end of the day. But look, we normally do this thing at the end where we do maybe do a prediction or something with everyone. But thanks for coming on the call. Hopefully you stay for the thing where we talk to everyone on an opinion thing.
Yeah. Hey.
Yo.
Yeah.
So, right. I was saying this. I didn't hear your opinion. I'm not sure. I asked Tuss this. I'm not sure if Burker was here. I think he was. If you could have any sign-in or any out, what would it be? Not both of them, so you could only choose one of them.
Oh yeah, I heard you say that.
Yeah.
I didn't really think of an answer.
Tuss?
I don't know.
You see, it's hard because, like, if you get an out, you don't improve, but you get rid of one of the dead players. If you get an in, that Deadwood, you still might have to play games, if you get me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably get a striker, like.
Really, over Bruno?
Obviously. I mean, I don't know.
It's a hard question, though, isn't it? If you could only get one.
Yeah.
Hello?
Because Tuss, I'm just asking the question about the one signing thing about, remember we were talking about...
Last time, I think I said Ed Woodward out.
Yeah.
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 I think that's the right answer.
Let's get the Glazers out.
It's a squad! It's a squad! Oh yeah, you can only get one about Tuss.
I'd get Glaze. No, I'd get the... I mean, if I could, but don't the Glazers technically count as one?
No.
Yeah, I'd probably get Bruno Fernandes, because if you even put Woodward out, they're just going to hire someone that does the exact same job.
I'd get Mbappe.
Oh Jesus, that sounded a bit...
It's not realistic though, is it?
Okay, we have to do it realistic. Okay. Yeah.
You said Sancho the other day.
No,
Sancho, you said Sancho the other day.
Sancho's not realistic though.
It is, in my opinion, it is.
I think it is.
Okay, good. Alright, I was about to say...
Here, right, Joe Glazer, Kevin Glazer, any other Glazers, let's make up names for the Glazers. Bruno Glazer, Batista Glazer.
Joe Glazer.
He's real. We're making them up now. Noah Glazer.
Willy Wonka Glazer.
I'd get rid of Pennywise because all the Glazers are clowns.
Oh, do you know what I'd get rid of? I'd get rid of a circus because the Glazers would be included in that.
Oh, gee.
But if we really think about it, we as the fans are clowns. Like they're clowns against the Glazers.
Like the thing is,
all of the money out of the club.
like that's the annoying thing. Like it just proves how like much they're sucking money out of the club that they're trying to save 5 million. Like when at the end of the day, if they're so into money, would they not just pay the 5 million and then they're probably guaranteed top 4? They would have been, in my opinion, we would have been top 4 if we got Bruno already. Cause that creativity, that creative player that could break down teams would have been there for Burnley and Liverpool. I don't know if we would have won against Liverpool. I'm not saying he would have single-handedly won against Liverpool. I'm not saying that, but I think we would have at least won. We could have won, but like I'm just saying, like he's the type of creative player that can break down teams. So you don't have the type of player that can single-handedly run.
We have Pogba, but he's always injured, so
exactly. Here, Toast, do you know what I said? I'd get rid of a circus because the Glazers would be included. Go on, say your speech.
What? I think our Q1 is a thumbs up.
Wait, it just sounds like you're talking into a bucket for me.
Yeah. I
it
wanted
really
to say
does. It
something
sounds
about
like
that,
your
but-
microphone is in a plastic bag.
Poor devil.
You bed or something, and you have to cover over your face or something.
Hey guys, I think we should all go to TV this time.
Okay.
We can't really hear you.
Hello.
Yeah, that's better. No, it's better, is it?
You guys think we should all go to Q2 just for fun?
Okay.
Well, what should we do?
Go to
We all go to Q2 just for fun.
Ooh. Wow, that's magical. That's magical. That's magical, isn't it? What a difference that makes, doesn't it?
It's better. Yeah, look at the traffic right now.
Much better.
Traffic code. We can't pass. I believe that the hot dogs.
I can show you the team.
And it's my angles.
Hey, I'm Paul, but then we have money on the left, yeah.
Wait, Toast, do you know what I only realised? Do you know what I just realised? Burker put a link for available coaches, and you were just reading off that.
Yeah, that's where I got it from. Yeah.
Oh, we're still live though. We're still live. Would you believe that? So guys,
That's
wait,
all good, lads.
right,
Come here and get
guys,
available.
we're gonna end the stream there. My peeps, bleeps, and I want 3 minute stream.
All
Yeah, no homo. Alright, see you guys, stream.